Hello, good evening. How lovely to have company already. Thank you so much, Aaron and Tracy and Vasi and Marek. Marek set it all up. As you can see, we are in front of the lodge. I'm sitting on the decking of the lodge and it's lovely. I will tell you why I'm here. We've had a good week. I hope you guys had a great week. It's been quite an eventful week, quite busy. Marek, people love the music. Vasi likes the music. 6 people. Hello everyone. Give this live stream a like. This is a live stream. Oh, what's the date today? I know that we are running out of June. We are running out of June. Oh my goodness, it's 29th today and tomorrow is the last day of June, and on Tuesday, believe it or not, it's July. And for campsite wardens and hospitality staff, July means the high season is approaching. It's very, very near. It's just around the corner. Hi Andrew, how are you today? Where are you? Where are you tuning in from? So Aaron and Tracy are on water in their narrow boat. Is it a narrow boat or a wide beam? And Vasi, are you at home, Vasi? I'm so sorry to hear that you have problems with sleeping. Maybe we could share some good tips and some remedies which will help, which will aid better sleep. It's such a common problem these days. Sometimes I have problems with sleeping, but to be honest, not since I started working as a campsite warden, because by the time I finish work, I'm absolutely shattered on most of the days, especially at weekends. And I'm absolutely exhausted. So the only thing I want to do after work is literally have a shower, and my favorite day and my favorite way of spending time after work is shower and putting on my pajamas. That's my perfect evening. It is a lovely evening in the valley, in Hidden Valley. Very warm, very mild. And welcome to the live from Hidden Valley Lodge. Grab a drink and get comfy and let's have a chat. That's a message from Marek. So Tracy, you're on a narrow boat. Have you got a fireplace, Tracy? And Andrew is in Dorset, not far from us, aren't you, Andrew? Is it Christchurch or Christchurch? Is it E or I? I don't think we've ever been to Dorset. We are awful with Marek. We kind of keep ourselves in Devon or Cornwall. We stick to Devon or Cornwall in the UK. We've been on a narrow boat once and we ventured to Rugby. This was the place where we collected our narrow boat. And we did a little bit of was it? A stretch of the canal beginning with A. I can't remember now. I think we were on Oxford Canal. Again, this was some part of Oxford Canal, whether east, west, north, south. And we were heading towards another canal beginning with letter A. Dorset is stunning. It is famous for Durdle Door, isn't it? I'm sure Vasilika was there. Vasilika, where are you in Dorset? You travel more around the UK than we do. A torso squirrel. Oh, look at you. Yeah, I said Vasilika. If someone I know been to Dorset, it's Vasilika. So what is worth visiting in Dorset, Andrew? And do you ever venture to North Devon or Cornwall? Hi Shannon, how are you? How are you? How was your weekend? How is your weekend? It's still happening, it's still going. Right, so what happened with us? What happened to us in the last week? So on Wednesday we traveled to Bristol Airport, where we could admire extensive building work. Have you been to Bristol Airport recently? They are building the new transport hub, the new car park. They basically dug up all the car parks around around the airport. So we went to Bristol Airport to pick up our friend from Poland who's staying at this lodge right now, and that's why we are here today, because the owners of the site invited our guests to the lodge. Isn't it fantastic? We did a few days in a caravan all together, the three of us with our good friend, but it was a bit of a squeeze. So when this lodge became available, he moved into the lodge, and today he invited us over. So that's why we are doing a live stream from here. I can't believe it, Andrew. We stayed in Hidden Valley many years ago. How many years ago? Yeah, if you're enjoying this live stream, if you're enjoying this event, give it a like. Hit the like, please. And what was I saying? We went to Bristol Airport to pick up our friend who flew all the way from Poland, and we've known each other for I think about 8 years, and it's a bit of a tradition now. It is a tradition that he visits us in the UK every summer. He's been to Mill Park a few times. He's been to the estate where we used to work last summer, and it seems that whenever he visits, he finds us in a new place. With a few exceptions. I think Mill Park was the only exception where he visited us twice in the same place at the same address, and whenever he comes we are usually in a new place, which sounds right if you are a freedom seeker, doesn't it? Hi Damian, how are you? Long time no see. So Andrew, do you remember how many years ago you visited Hidden Valley? You have to come and visit again. I know that the family owning it currently, they've owned it for 15 years, so maybe you even met the family who employed us for this season. And yeah, so we picked up our friend on Wednesday. We traveled here, so we were off on Wednesday and Thursday, so we had a bit of time to entertain Piotr. And what we did, we went to Woolacombe Beach and had a picnic on the beach and a barbecue. That was on Thursday, because most of Wednesday we spent getting in and out of Bristol Airport. And we were very lucky because on Wednesday, Glastonbury Festival began. I think not music, but people were allowed to come in and pitch up their tents. And we were traveling to Bristol Airport, which is just, you know, a stone's throw from Glastonbury. But luckily we didn't get stuck in traffic. We got home okay. So on Thursday we went to Woolacombe, had a barbecue on the beach. On Friday we started work, and we've been working for the last 3 days. And you know what it's like on the campsites. Weekends are the busiest. So we've done our weekend. It was pretty good. The heat got us a little bit because it was really hot and very moist, very sweaty, and like the weather was, it felt like we are going to have a storm, but we haven't had a storm. It was just really hot and damp and not nice to work in these conditions, but we survived. And thank you very much, Piotr. Piotr is preparing our lunches, so when we get back home there is food on the table for us. So thank you so much, Piotr. He's been a great help for us during this weekend. Damian, I will be in Manchester soon. Can you recommend any interesting places? We've been to Manchester once with Marek, and I think the place we enjoyed the most was the Museum of Industrial Revolution. We really enjoyed that, but maybe the viewers could recommend interesting sites in Manchester. How long are you going to stay in Manchester, Damian? Yeah, so we've been enjoying the lodge. And a few days ago, I think in one of our shorts, I said, oh, it would be lovely to... No, I think I said it in the video we are going to watch on Wednesday, because the next video is the tour of the lodge. And in this video, which I filmed a while ago, I was saying, oh, this lodge is so lovely. I wish I could stay in it as a guest and enjoy it and here I am a few weeks later. My wish came true. Who's watching for the first time tonight? Don't be shy and say hi. Yes, we are very friendly and everyone is welcome. And it's always lovely to hear who's with us and where you are watching. Where are you in the world? Oh, Vasilika, it's on your bucket list then, Manchester. It's quite a drive from here, isn't it, Manchester? Yes, so we've been enjoying the lodge. Piotr is enjoying the lodge, and it's really lovely. It's really lovely. It's in a different location than our caravan. It's on the other side of the field. It has more shade. It's definitely cooler than our caravan, but it's such a lovely building, and whenever I'm inside, I think we could live in a house of this size. This would be enough for us to live, you know, full time in a lodge like this. Chester Zoo is supposed to be great. Make a note of that, Damar. Chester Zoo. And Vasilika, have you had a chance to do any gardening this year? Do you still have your allotment? So, what about those tips for sleeping better? How do you manage your sleep? With me, it's a complete roller coaster, because one night I was sleeping for 10 hours and I woke up really fresh and rested. I really needed it. But the next day I only managed to sleep for 5 hours because I slept too much the night before. But it's alright. Just one day. Last stop on my way back home. Ooh, so you are in transit. I'm visiting a friend in Cork, but direct flights from Cork are more expensive than via Manchester. So you are staying there for a day. Yeah. No allotment for us. Too much hard work, also with full-time job. But you managed to keep it for what? 2 years, 3 years? In theory, it is such a lovely idea to have an allotment, but in practice, it's probably, I don't know, is it a full-time job? In the summer, it feels like everyone, you know, wants to, well, everyone who thinks it's great, they think it is a relaxing thing to do, but it's also very hard physical labor, isn't it? I remember in Mill Park, I had a few vegetable beds, raised beds, and when I first started, other team members had beds as well, and we were sharing the allotment. So I maybe started with 2, and by the end, towards my 5th year, I think I was the only one still growing, because people were, you know, they would do it for a season, then they would realize how much work it was taking. And by the end, I took over the whole allotment, and I was growing courgettes, tomatoes, beans, loads of herbs. Lovely. Hi, Megatron! Megatron, where are you? The slugs and weeds make it a full-time job. Yeah, so this year I have a tiny bed. We have a camellia on our pitch, and around camellia there are some rocks. And I planted some herbs under camellia and the lettuce, and of course slugs had most of the lettuce. Hi, Megatron. If you feel like saying hi in person, come over. Megatron, this is the nickname of our friend who's literally there. But I told him to learn English, and he started about 5 o'clock this afternoon. I'm not sure he's ready to come and speak, but maybe he'll just say hi and wave to you guys, so you will believe my tale that it is true. Got any questions about campsite life, caravan living, or just curious about the lodge? Ask away. Yeah, our friend was helping us at work a little bit. He was volunteering from time to time, and I think he came to help us twice, and by the day 3 he wasn't asking he wasn't asking us anymore if we want help or need help or what's the plan for today. but he helped us with mowing grass and trimming and clearing some bushes, clearing some shrubs. He did very well on the mower, on push-on mower, and I have to say that our mowers have been serviced, ladies and gents, and since we started we haven't had such brilliant tools for cutting grass, and now we have. So we have new blades and new belts, and our machines are just like Ferraris now, and it makes such a difference to have decent tools to work with. So recently we cut some field and it took us an hour, and before servicing the same field was taking us almost 2 hours to cut. So it is a game changer. Can we see inside the lodge, Tracy? We have not today, sorry. I'm afraid we can't show you today, but I did a proper tour of the lodge and we will publish this video on Wednesday. So on Wednesday you will see a whole tour of the lodge. There are 3 of them. Yeah, two bedrooms. Each of them has double bedroom and a twin bedroom, kitchen and a bathroom. So yeah, very comfortable, very comfortable. Damian, I didn't know there were lodges like that in Hidden Valley Park. Can you show how they are equipped, please? Yeah, on Wednesday. Hello, Bill Clinton. How are you today? What are you up to? There is heating. They are open and available all year round, Vasilika. And there is heating. There is central heating in the lodges. Bill, is there a barbecue happening tonight? I don't think we will have a barbecue. Tracy, I will see on Wednesday. Thanks. I think that the website of the park, there are photos of the lodges on the website of Hidden Valley. Also, we heard, maybe not funny, well, it was quite funny for us, naughty wardens. We found it quite amusing, but I know that unfortunately people who were involved didn't find it amusing, because unfortunately there are so many Hidden Valley campsites and Hidden Valley parks that this week a horrible thing happened to someone because they booked a place with us. They booked their stay with Hidden Valley in Devon, in North Devon, but there are a few other hidden valleys in the country, and unfortunately those people drove to the wrong Hidden Valley, and when they arrived and showed the booking with us, they realized that they came to the wrong Hidden Valley, and unfortunately the other site was full. So I'm not sure what happened to those poor people, but this is quite awful, isn't it? Can you imagine? You came, I can't even imagine, but I hope they found alternative accommodation. And it's a shame they were very, very far away from us, and we had a pitch for them, but they were just too far. But I feel sorry. Well, naughty wardens, we kind of smiled when we heard the story, but it had to be awful. Can you imagine traveling to your holiday destination and realizing that you arrived at the wrong place at the end of it? It reminds me a story of us going to see a concert, but luckily it was only to Ilfracombe. We went to the theatre, to the local theatre, to see some performance, and we realized that we came on the wrong day, but luckily we came too early. We came a day too early. We arrived too early and not too late. It would be awful if we miss it. Anyway, that's life. But I don't know how many hidden valleys there are in the UK, but there are quite a few. There are quite a few, so make sure that if you want to come to visit us, you come to the Hidden Valley in North Devon, near Ilfracombe. Between Ilfracombe and Bronton. Yeah, Ferrari streamer. Actually, yeah, we also have Ferrari streamers because we had some new parts fitted, and guess who kicked off a fuss about installing new heads. Me, of course, me. Yeah, I wanted to use a streamer yesterday, and I realized that the new heads for the streamers arrived. So I thought, okay, I'll just change it. The new thing is that I will just swap it, and it will make my life easier, because the old ones were a bit dodgy and they didn't work as they should. So I thought, oh, the new part is here, let's have it. I opened the box and I realized that the new part looks nothing like the old part, so I thought it would be just a straight swap, but it wasn't. So I started to doubt and think, oh, is that actually the right part? It was the right part, and luckily today our colleague fitted it for us and showed us how to do it, how to change the streamer head, which is another thing we learned here on the job. And yeah, we have upgraded streamers and mowers, so there is no excuse for not cutting grass. Marek, if you are chilling quietly in the background, we see you. Yeah, we see you. It would be lovely to hear from everyone, and to get a thumb up from everyone, please. Yeah, so we have upgraded equipment. The grass is growing like crazy, because usually when we wake up, for most of the days we had rain at night and in the morning, and then we had heat during the day, which are just perfect conditions for grass to grow constantly and everywhere. But I think we are on top of it, especially with those new blades. We are fine, but honestly, those new machines and the upgrades couldn't happen at the better time, because now is the time. Now is the peak season for cutting grass. Do you cut your grass? Has anyone else got grass to cut as well? Yeah. Yes, guys. So Piotr is only staying for a week. He's heading back home on Wednesday, sorry. So on Tuesday we will be off, because we swapped our days off. So we took Tuesday off, and we are going to have a day of entertainment and doing funny things and being off-site. And one of the things we booked is a boat trip from Ilfracombe. So we are all looking forward to that. And I hope that the weather will be kind to us. But we will go in whatever the weather, unless there is a storm and the cruise is cancelled. So we are only going for an hour. So just a short boat trip, but I'm sure it will be memorable. And it's always nice to see the places it's always nice to see your local area from the water perspective. Everything looks different from a boat, and it looks better from a boat. Aaron, would love some rain. We like thunderstorms in a caravan. Do you? Well, it depends. We don't like winter storms. I like rain. I don't mind rain. To be honest, since we've moved to Hidden Valley, I don't worry about stormy or windy weather, because we are in a valley, we are so sheltered. But in our previous location, we were a bit more exposed, and the site was closer to the sea, and we had some really, really rough nights in a caravan, when caravan was literally shaking and you could feel every single gust of wind. So that wasn't fun. I don't mind summer storms. I hate winter storms, I would say. And it's amazing how caravan acoustics amplify rain and wind. And Piotr, the other day, it was raining, and it seemed such a heavy downpour when we were in a caravan because of all the noise. And I just said to him, oh, don't worry, it's not so bad. It always sounds worse than it is when you're in a caravan. And what about a narrow boat? Because you have a steel ceiling, a narrow boat is like a steel shell, isn't it? So acoustics must be pretty interesting there as well. And is the canal busy? probably. Are there many rented boats on the canal? Yeah, I love canals. And in our area we only have like 2 stretches of the canal, in Bude in Cornwall and in Tiverton, a tiny bit of Great Western Canal. And that's our plan for Wednesday, because we need to drop Piotr, take Piotr to the airport quite early. We will have a whole day off afterwards, and we will be driving through Tiverton. So we are planning to stop there and walk along the canal, go and explore the towpath, which seems this seems quite a decent walk in terms of distance. It looks very promising on the map. I'm not sure how long, but we will spend most of the day walking along the canal. And also, I don't know if you know, guys, but in Tiverton, in Devon, there is a horse-drawn barge on the canal, and it's absolutely beautiful. So there is a family, and I think they've been doing this for years, since 1970s. This is a good story, actually. They came to Tiverton and they loved it so much that they stayed, and I don't know how they got into this barge business, but whether they took over or it was for sale or whatever, they came to Tiverton, they saw this happening and they got involved, and they do it to this day. It's a family-run business. They have this lovely Shire horse who pulls the barge, and there is a beautiful commentary and route, and this is something what we will probably like to do one day. It's a few-hour trip. I think it takes 2 or 3 hours to complete, and the whole process of turning the boat around, loading and unloading, it's quite interesting to watch. And a horse gets a break and it's absolutely beautiful. It has, I don't know the proper names for these things, but it has harness, like a harness. I'm sure it's not called a harness, but it has a lot of gear on it, and it looks stunning. Yeah, it's a working horse, working Shire horse, and to think that that's how transport used to look like in the UK, before the lorries, before the cars, before the railway. So it's a big piece of living history, this barge and this horse. I hope he's enjoying the job. He seemed alright. He's definitely looked after well. He's a hard-working horse. Right, so this is Tiverton. Who knows, maybe we'll actually go on this boat trip on Wednesday. Normally we don't have so much time. We drive through Tiverton, and we've never really had a chance to stop there for longer and explore. So maybe next week. Right, Piotr is waiting for me to finish. I'm not sure what we are doing this evening. Maybe we'll just go for a walk around the side, because the evening is absolutely delicious. It's mild, it's warm, it's quiet. We are quite busy on site. We have quite a lot of people already, but the site is so big that the only thing you can hear here is bird song. So, thank you so much for tuning in today. We've been working a lot. You could say that definitely this week is all about work hard, play hard, so it is full on. It is full on. We will be having a relaxing day on Tuesday. The video is ready, the new video is ready for you, and it will be a tour of this lodge, so you could see where our friend is staying this week. And thank you so much. Have a good evening. Vasi, I hope you will have a better night's sleep today. Have a good week, everyone, and thank you for all your kind messages and likes. And if you've been watching this on a different day, because maybe you couldn't be with us today on Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please let me know when you are watching and where you are tuning from. Thank you so much. Have a good week, and work hard, play hard, just like we do this week. Bye.